Hi, this is Koiro with another installment in my Christmas calendar series. This time I will give a new opportunity to failure, as this is also a machine that I have never completely taken out of the bag. And that is this one. And this is a Compaq of some sort, we can see on the bag. And we do see that there are some resident spiders and bugs that have taken its like to this computer. But I will move the camera so you can get a better close-up, and then we will try to open this and take this out of the bag for the first time in many years. Yes, and this is today's specimen. And as you can see, it's a genuine old retro dirt on this. And I'm really not sure how this should open, but I lift this out of the bag like so. And what do we have here? We have a very retro and electrolytic smelling Compaq Portable 386, and by the look of it, it has not been handled too bad through the ages. I will check to see if there are something more in the bag. I do have a power lead and some more spider webs, and there are no more compartments in this, so there are no more floppy disks or other extra equipment for this machine. And I will zoom in a bit and we can take a close-up of what this really is. Yes, this is, as I said, the Compaq Portable 386. And before I remove the lid here, we can take a look at what else meets us. And on this side there is nothing, just a ventilation grill. On the back side we have this for expansion. It's an expansion port of some sort. And you have this for RGB. You have this for serial and this for parallel. And you have the power connection over here. And on this side we have one 5¼ inch floppy drive, and we have what appears to be an internal hard drive. And from the start we can see that one of the expandable feet for the keyboard is missing, and this is the fastening mechanism for the keyboard, I think, like so. So it folds out just like so, and this is the cable that always breaks because this plastic gets very hard. And this machine do have, let's see how we do this, it's a fold out. I have moved the camera a bit back. This is a fold out screen. It has some mechanism behind here that lets you fold this out like so to get it more ergonomic. And as I said, this keyboard cable, this is always broken. You can see here the insulation is missing, and over here you can see that it's cracking. And this is a keyboard that is not originally sold in Norway as Norwegian. You can see that the letters for the Norwegian keyboard is just been, it's been put on with pencil markings and some means of tape or something. So this was not originally sold in Norway. And this machine is stated here is a 38620, and supposedly that's 20 megahertz. You have the switch for the intensity of the display here, and this display is a plasma display. And really, that's everything there is to this machine, I think. Here you can see a bit of the plastic from the cable, and this is totally stiff, so it's almost pulverized. And I do have another one of these machines, and the smell of electrolyte on that is, yeah, at least as bad as this one. And the keyboard cable also is probably worse than this. But we will first try to power on this and, yeah, see what's happening. What could possibly go wrong? Before we do that, I can show you this carrying handle. This is a bit more solid than on the original Compaq portables, where you have a solid metallic rod through the hole of this handle. So then it's just to run for the covers, or maybe I switch off the light first. Yeah, there still are some glare here, but I will just try to connect a power cable. The machine is in the off position now. We have power, and I try to turn it on. Okay, this does not look so bad. We do get flashback from the Toshibas with the flickering. Very sorry for that. And it counts up memory, and it's counting. It's reached almost 6 megabytes, and it's 6 megabytes of memory in this machine. And now it says system option not set, setup, insert diagnostic diskette in drive A. And that's not a good sign. It means that the internal battery is not okay, and we need to do the configuration setup. So I need to get hold of this diskette before we can get any further. But we can do another test. As I said, I have one more of these machines. So I can try to get that one and see if that has the same issue or this, or if it blows up. We just have to see. Spoiler alert! As you see on this slide, in this video we will also cover some of the basics of the 486C portable from Compaq, and not just the portable 386. And the portable 386 really was the same computer as the portable 3, that was a 286 machine, but with upgraded mainboard. Otherwise the specifications was all the same to my knowledge. We have been through this info about Compaq before, so we are not going to do that again. But Compaq at this stage and age was still a fast growing company, and they had a huge share of the PC market. And this is a sales ad when they introduced the 386 portable, and they announced it alongside the 38620. And we have to remember that this was at the time that Compaq had beat IBM to launch the first 386 computer due to a special agreement with Intel, and they kind of ruled the market in front of IBM, and IBM has lost its drive in this market. Even though this was a time with a lot of innovation in this market, it was clear that the lodgeable area was over, and the form factor with the clamshell and laptops was taking over. And at the time the Compaq 486 was released, we already had smaller machines with TFT screens, but although not in the great volume yet. So this was kind of a transition area. And this is from InfoWorld in 1992 in January, just after the Compaq 486C was released. The 386 portable was released in the shift between 1988 and 1989, and they had a pre-preview of this machine in the October version of PC Magazine from 1988. And they state here that this is the same as the 286, although with upgraded CPU, and that it's a very fast computer in this time and age. And we also have here a test and review from the Compaq 486C from PC Magazine also, and it's this February 1992. So it's some years later, and
They do have quite a good review of this machine, but both of these machines get criticized because they lack an internal upgrade slot. So both these machines had this external pack that you put on the back to make them expandable. That was not a good thing in this age where you had to use expansion cards to add functionality as sound and other special functions. And the 386 was a 20 MHz device. It came as factory default with 1 MB RAM, but due to different upgrading options, you can upgrade it to 2 MB with 4 special modules on the main board, and then you can put in expansion boards to upgrade it more. And this was delivered with a special version of Compaq DOS that really was MS-DOS 3.2 with some special additions for supporting higher density drives and other stuff. And it comes with a 40 or 100 MB hard drive, a 10-inch amber plasma that could display CGA or MDA. This was a special mode where you can also have 400 lines on CGA, but this was only supported in 2-bit. And of course it had the same detachable keyboard. It weighed about 11 kilo when it was launched in 1987. And the 486 model that we have on our bench is a 66 MHz version. So it is the most expensive version with both the TFT color and the DX2 66 MHz version. And our machine actually comes with a 210 MB hard drive. And this machine was supplied with DOS 5 and had 4 MB of memory as standard. How much there is in this machine, we really don't know. This machine was slightly lighter, more plasticky, and had this very special design with this tilting pivot mechanism in the bottom. And it was launched in 1991. The golden area of service manuals. This was kind of late to the game in that regard, but both machines have actually in Compaq regard excellent service manuals, no schematics, but they do have the rest of the information you need to just dismantle the machine, change modules, look for information on the internet and every other stuff. You do have all that you need except the schematics.
And I'm sorry to say, guys, I actually lied to you. I don't have another one exactly of these. So instead, I will also be showing you something else. We just try to put this carefully back together, like so, and move that to the side. Say welcome to the younger brother. This is the Compaq 486 version of this, and we will take a short walkthrough of this too. And you can see here the keyboard is in much worse condition than the other one. But this is a machine that was sold as new in Norway. But this is a 486 version, and we can take it from the label and this way. And this is a 486C66. So if the names is anything to judge this by, this is a 486 DX2 66 MHz, and the C probably means that we have a color LCD in this. And on this side we have the expansion ports, and these do not look good. They are in a bad condition, and this is external VGA, and this is something that do look like a token ring network adapter. We have the on-off switch, and we have a release lever here, probably for the expansion down here. And we have on top the mechanism for the lid that looks suspiciously like the IBM portables on top. And we have the power connector back here. On this side you do have 3.5-inch floppy drive. I was a bit in wonder because this actually looks a bit loose, so I have to see what's actually behind this door. There is some sliding mechanism here. And they have this yellow sticker here that in Norwegian says stop smoking. And let's hope that this Compaq take that to the notice and don't start smoking on us. And here you actually had the lid that was opening on the bottom for us. And if we see what this reveals to us, it is the bay for the floppy, it's the bay for the hard drive. They do have a fan down here. Very special looking device. Yeah, I will just try to put that back on. There's probably some of these levers that should keep this in place. And this also had some mechanism for adjusting the screen, I think, but I might be wrong about that. Oh no, there it was. It was these two levers on the side here, and then you can tilt the whole mechanism. And this really looks special from the side. You can see the whole mechanism here is pivoting on something down here. So quite a special design. And we don't have much other things to do and just try it. And this machine I actually never tried. I do remember that I got it. It was also some throwaway object, but I had to make a deal with this guy to get hold of this, as he was not going to bother with sending it to me in the mail, but I actually convinced him to do that after some time. I have now turned off the knob. I have the power, and I can turn off the light like so, and I can turn it on, and the fuse blew at once. No, it was not the fuse actually, it is the switch mode power that goes into protection mode, so it doesn't start. So that means there are some short on this machine that getting it not to start. But yeah, that's as far as we're going to go on this time. I do have to revisit both these machines at a later time. They need to be fixed, and I don't know how many of these there are out there. But if there is very few, I will do my best to at least fix these specimens. Yes, so today we did even out the score a bit for IBM. Actually, this machine, the 386, I will get that one to work quite easily, I think. I do think that this floppy drive is easily attainable to put this CMOS settings in order. This one has an electrical fault, and we will not be able to retrieve that with some easy tasks. And I do smell kind of a metallic burn when we try this, so there is a short somewhere on this, and it might not be an obvious one. But it can be corrosion, it can be something else, a tantalum or something else that has shorted. But at least it did not burn, it took the power supply in protection mode. So that's it for this episode, and in this episode we actually featured two machines, two generations of Compaq portables. So now we have at least covered 4 of the range of portable computers. So hope you liked the contents. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe, make a comment if you want. And hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.